Hello everybody and welcome back. Last time, after exploring a little bit of Laribero and learning a bit more about Sheba, we traversed the Babi Lighthouse and found Farhan's group. Today we're going to further explore the ruins that connect Babi Lighthouse and Venus Lighthouse. So, before that I would like to actually issue a small, I don't know if to call it a correction, but I forgot to mention one thing. Regarding the wild grapefruit, I don't need to do that. It drops the feather roll, which actually also has an RNG method to it. However, we cannot access that because in order to do that, we will have to be at the very end of Venus Lighthouse. But we will get there eventually. So, with that over, let's proceed. Okay, we are at the tunnel ruins, and just similar to the same goddess statue at Venus Lighthouse, here we have highlighted the path that we have chosen. So, let's proceed. So, here we have a pretty simple move puzzle. I'm going to go ahead and set up that scenery, and I think I won't cut this since this one is pretty short. There, it's done. There we go. And yeah, had we chosen the other path, using the goddess statue at Venus Lighthouse, we would have a pillar pointing completely south. But since we chose the path to the west, this is the way we're going. And we have a slightly more complex puzzle, but nothing too complicated. Right. And there. Okay, let's go back. And let's jump across. And there we are. Alright. Once again, we have to continue using the move synergy. And now we jump through here, and let's actually use Gale. Yeah, you can see it's identically the same as Whirlwind. Sorry, I was pointing the wrong way. Alright. Okay. Alright, so I have to push this all the way to the other side, so I'm going to cut to when I'm done with that, unless I run into any new enemies, so I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, and next up we just have to move this one all the way to the right. And we have not run into any new enemies, so I'm beginning to wonder if there are actually any random encounters in this particular area of the tunnel ruins. There might not be. Alright. And here we have the carry blocks. So, in this case what we have to do is we have to push them so as to counterbalance them so we can actually proceed. You'll see what I mean in a moment. Yeah, one more should do it. And before that, I'm going to do this so that Garrett is back at the Dragoon class. Well, I did not mean to do that, but it works out. No. Come on. There we go. And that should do it. So yeah, pretty easy puzzles overall. and here we are. So here we have the, well, first of all we have a new enemy. This is an ice gargoyle. It is level 26. It has 304 hit points, 21 synergy, 319 attack, 150 defense, 100 agility and 7 luck. Its elemental resistances are 48 Venus, 100 Mars, 127 Jupiter and 100 Mercury. It has a Venus elemental power of 100 as well as a Mercury elemental power of 100. Now, it normally yields 307 experience points, which then become 399 if we finish him off with a Venus gene. It drops 170 coins, which then become 221. And there is a 1 in 64 chances that then become a 1 in 16 that it will drop a potion. As for its commands, it has the basic attack and there's a 50% chance that he'll use it. He has the Ice Blessing monster skill, which is a Mercury attack with a power rating of 90, a range of 3, and there's a 12.5% chance that he'll use it. It has the Mother Gaia synergy with a 12.5 chance of using it, and the Guard synergy with a 25% chance of using it. And we get to attack first. So I'm going to just use regular attacks. And let's see if we can actually get the... No. So we got the Unleash on Drown, but we did not get the insta-kill effect, unfortunately. Well, one more round of attack should finish him off. And there we go. So, here we have a weird statue. If we actually use Reveal on it, we have a chest. And this chest contains the piece of equipment that is unique to this particular route that we chose from Venus Lighthouse. In this case, we got the Oracle's Robe. Let's check that out. Resist water and boost HP recovery, and it can only be equipped by Mia, so I think I'm going to give that to her. So she'll lose a little bit of agility, but I think that's okay considering how much defense she'll be obtaining. And alright, now let's go all the way here. And here we have the final puzzle of the tunnel ruins. So this is actually quite a unique puzzle, and it actually requires you to use two different, well actually only one, but it's a bit complex of a puzzle, or at least it was to me. I remember the first time I played this game I got stuck here because, well, I wasn't particularly smart. So what we need for this puzzle is actually the mind read synergy, because we have to position these statues in a particular way. You can actually read their minds. Red shines northwest of me. Red shines due west of me. Violet shines southeast of me. Violet shines southeast of me. Yellow shines northeast of me. So yeah, as you may have figured out, basically we have to use their hints as instructions on where to place them. So I know this might take a while, so I'm going to cut to when I'm actually finished. I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, and we are finished. And I forgot to mention this: if you try to speak to the statue seems to speak to your soul. Yeah, so that is the hint that you get, that you have to use the mind read synergy. So that is the proper alignment of statues, and we have opened the door. Let's proceed even further. But before that, we actually have two new enemies. First off, we have the Will-O-Wisp. They are level 25. They have 209 hit points, 12 synergy, 279 attack, 87 defense, 121 agility and 6 luck. Its elemental resistances are 25 Venus, 72 Mars, 48 Jupiter and 127 Mercury. And it has a Jupiter elemental power of 80 as well as a Mercury elemental power of 95. They normally yield 227 experience points, which then become 295 if we finish them off with a Venus gene. They drop 160 coins, which then become 208, and they say 1 in 32 chances that then become a 1 in 8 that it will drop a nut. Now, as for his commands, he has the basic attack and there's a 37.5% chance of using it. It has the Hunting monster skill with a 25% chance of using it, the Tundra synergy with a 12.5% chance of using it, the Blue Bolt synergy, which has a synergy cost of 14, meaning that it is practically useless since they will never ever have enough synergy, similar to the Stone Soldier in Suhala Desert, but there's a 12.5% chance of them doing nothing. And finally they have the Drain synergy, which is a Jupiter attack with a power rating of 50 that restores hit points. Has a cost of 3 synergy, a range of 1, and there's a 12.5% chance of them using it. And our other new enemy is the Manticore King. So this enemy is level 26, it has 348 hit points, 33 synergy, 317 attack, 106 defense, 134 agility, and 12 luck. Its elemental resistances are 100 Venus, 175 Mars, 100 Jupiter, and 25 Mercury. And it has a Venus elemental power 95, as well as a Mars elemental power of 115. It normally yields 342 experience points, which then become 444 if we finish it off with a Mercury gem. It drops 240 coins, which then become 312. And there is a 1 in 64 chances, which then become a 1 in 16, that it will drop a Psy Crystal. Now, as for its commands, it has the basic attack and there's a 25% chance of using it, the Poison Tail monster skill with a 25% chance of using it, the Lucid Prophecy monster skill, which is a new one that actually may inflict Death Curse, has a range of 1 and there's a 12.5% chance of using it. It has also the Bind synergy with a 25% chance of him using it, and finally the Eruption synergy with a 12.5% chance of him using it. So we have quite a large group of enemies. Let's see if we can get rid of them as quickly as possible and proceed even further. And I just realized that Ivan has a different class, so I'll take this opportunity to showcase the Hail Prism synergy, why not? And let's use Eruption. Alright, so we only have the Manticore King left. Let's choose our regular attacks. And there we go. And we got a nut. Nice. So here we have a symbol of a tree that represents Venus. And a staircase. Let's go up. Venus Lighthouse. And the new music change signifies that we have reached a new portion of Venus Lighthouse. So we are no longer in the tunnel ruins. And we're also not in the very same part of Venus Lighthouse that we explored before. This is a completely new area with completely new monsters. So, before we actually explore any further, I want to save, and I'm going to take the chance to go all the way back. We actually have a shortcut that we can unlock. Just a moment. There we go. So, with this new music, as you can tell, we're back to the lower portion of Venus Lighthouse, and we have the very same wall with electricity. Now that we have removed the trap, we can go back between those two portions of Venus Lighthouse. So I'm going to go ahead and interact with the goddess statue in order to activate the other route. That way we can see the other path of the tunnel ruins as well as get the other piece of equipment. Alright, so let's get rid of these enemies. Alright, so I'm going to cut back and I'll see you guys back at the very beginning of the tunnel ruins, right where we started the episode. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, welcome back. So as you can see, we're back at the tunnel ruins and now we have highlighted the other path. And I'm going to... let's get this one over with quickly. Yeah, this one, you get this small puzzle in any of the paths regardless, because at this point we still haven't split down the road. So we just go through this little room again, and there we go. Now we can go south and through the other route. And as you can see, the puzzles here are more aligned with the Mercury element. Although in this case we are only required to use the movie synergy, so there's not much difference honestly. Here we go. So let's go ahead and use those. Alright. And let's go this way. And we have yet another of these statues. So let's use reveal. And we have Ashura's armor. So let's check that out. Armor boosts attacks and replenishes hit points. So it's a pretty good item. And since it's a piece of armor, it can only be equipped by either Isaac or Garrett. And let's see here. I think I'm going to give this to Isaac. I'll trade it for the lucky medals, why not? Alright, and with that we have both pieces of equipment. And as you may have been able to tell, the south path of the tunnel ruins is actually a lot shorter than the other one. Or at the very least it seems so. You do get the piece of equipment almost immediately, and not at the very end like with the other one. So, this is it requires a little bit, this particular puzzle requires a little more of thought, but it's nothing too complicated. You'll see what I mean. So, first of all, we have to use those. And next, let's actually... who has the... yeah, I'm going to equip the Frost Jewel just for this one moment. Actually, I think I have to go up. Yeah, and to... there we go. Yeah, and we have to create a pillar here. And with that, yeah, we are done. But not before we get interrupted by a few more enemies. Alright. And Isaac level up, nice. Alright. And we're back in this room. Alright, so as soon as we go up the stairs we'll reach the upper section of Venus Lighthouse, and since we will not be going back to the tunnel ruins or baby lighthouse, I thought I'd take this opportunity to actually go over one enemy that we managed to elude. This enemy is called a plated rat. It is level 25, it has 203 hit points, no synergy, 262 attack, 130 defense, 61 agility and 2 luck. Its elemental resistances are 48 Venus, 25 Mars, 72 Jupiter and 48 Mercury, and it has a Venus elemental power of 100. It normally yields 208 experience points, which then become 270 if we finish him off with a margin. It drops 135 coins, which then become 175, and there is a 1 in 32 chances that then become a 1 in 8 that it will drop an elixir. Now, as for his commands, he has the basic attack and there's a 62.5% chance of him using it. It has the total defense monster skill, which I've gone over before, and it has a 25% chance of using it. And he has a new monster skill called Counter Strike, which is a bonus attack with an additional 50 points of damage, and there's a 12.5% chance of him using it. So with that, we are done with the baby lighthouse on the tunnel ruins section. So next up, we're going to explore the upper section of Venus Lighthouse. See you guys then.